Hi everyone, welcome back to the front room. I'm Kai and I'm here with my dad.
It gives me great pleasure that you guys have joined us today because Nas has just released a brand new album last night.
Yeah, last night. It's fresh off the press.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to hear this. I was just thinking, I don't think I've heard anything that he's released in the last 20 or so years, right?
Yeah. The most recent material that you would have heard from him would have been off of his record from the early 2000s, off of Godson, which had the song Dance.
Yeah,
That
Dance.
heartfelt song.
What about Cherry Wine? Well, that was...
Oh, you know what? You've heard that one. That
yeah,
one's
but
from
that's actually
2011.
But that's not on his album.
It is.
Oh, I thought it was Amy Winehouse's album.
No, it's on Nas's album.
okay.
You're right.
That one song.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the song. That would have been the most recent thing.
Right.
So about 10 years ago, and then prior to that, about 20 years. So you haven't heard a lot of his most recent stuff. And, that sort of leads me to what I'm about to mention, just to give you a little bit of a background. So that song, Cherry Wine, came off of Life is Good, which he released at the beginning of the last decade. And it was considered to be a good album. It's a good album. And then he took about like a 6-year break without releasing any albums himself. And then he released this one. It's called Nazir. Executively produced by Kanye West, which was super exciting for everyone. And it's a solid album. It's a bit of a mixed bag, but it's got some great tracks. And he took I think he took some chances on the album with what his usual style is.
Oh gosh, so that's him once again on the cover.
No, he's not there. I don't think.
I thought the kid in the middle was him. No, okay.
No.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what the origin of that photo is, but I don't think it's him. And then soon after, he released The Lost Tapes 2, which was a sequel of The Lost Tapes from 2002, so a lot earlier, almost 2 decades earlier. And this album people absolutely love, and it had a lot of the throwaways from the album I Am.
Oh, wow.
So
yeah,
there's that as well. And then once that was done, those last 2 albums, Lost Tapes 2 and Nazir that I showed you, those 2 albums were considered to be okay, pretty decent. But this is the start of a new era, the modern, like, people say it's his like Renaissance period of Nas with King's Disease.
King's Disease,
which has a very neat cover.
Oh, it's a fantastic cover. I love it. Yeah.
The crown.
Yeah, the crown, and it's like he's taking something from, I don't know, the Baroque period of European art or something, and redone it.
Yeah.
Very cool. It almost looks like something Kanye might do for a cover.
Yeah, it does. It really does. So over the top almost. But unlike Nazir, which was executively produced by Kanye, this album was executively produced by Hitboy, which is a big producer. And I think when he started to work with Nas on this project, King's Disease, that's when he entered a new period of his career too, although Hitboy's a lot younger than Nas.
Hitboy?
Hitboy, yeah.
Hitboy.
Hitboy. Yeah. So this is produced by Hitboy. And then he came out with King's Disease 2, also produced by Hitboy. So the next few albums here are produced by Hitboy. So this is Magic.
He's got a knack for covers.
Yeah.
He really does. Yeah.
Sure does. Draws you in.
Yeah.
And then this is King's Disease 3.
Is this the new one?
No, this released, I guess it would have been, was it last year? Might have been last year. And this rounded off the King's Disease series, the trilogy. And then he continued with Magic. So this is the first Magic, released in 2021. And this is King's Disease 3. That's Magic 2, that just released about a month and a half ago. A whole album. And then here we are today with Magic 3 to probably round off a trilogy. And his birthday was yesterday, so that's, I think, why he released it so soon after Magic 2. Wow. So that's where we are today.
So he's on a roll, huh?
And this album cover here has him in a more full body pose, unlike the rest. Released on his birthday, capping off like a whole series of albums produced.
He's looking He's looking kind of elegant there. He's got the jacket and the what do you call it when you have a flower in your?
Yeah, what is that?
What is it called?
I learned it when I graduated.
That's right. Me too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what we're covering today. And we're going to, just to not upset anyone in case you're looking forward to it, we're covering 5 songs. At least we think we're going to cover 5 songs from this album. Not the the whole thing.
No.
Just because
Time limitations.
time limitations.
You've got to get off to coaching.
Yeah, soccer coaching. So that's what we're gonna do today. But I've chosen 5 of the tracks that I've heard the most buzz about. So hopefully, off the bat, some songs that people like. We're gonna start off.
I don't know what to expect. It's Nas, so there's a familiarity for me. So I'm feeling kind of relaxed. When you play an album by someone who I don't know, I'm feeling excited, but maybe not anxious, but just hoping that I'll like it. With Nas, I'm sure I'll like it, but I'm just wondering to what degree he's changed over the last X number of years.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. Mm-hmm. And I've listened, just to let you know, I've listened to the 2 albums prior to him working with Hitboy, and Life is Good. So everything in the 2010s. Oh, okay. And then in the 2020s, I've listened to The First King's Disease, and I've listened to all the Magics prior to this 3rd Magic series. Mm-hmm. And I haven't listened to King's Disease 2 or 3 in its entirety. I've listened to some songs. So, but just so people know where I'm at, and you have not listened to any of them. So this will be good. First track I've chosen is the first track of the record. It's called Fever.
I'm glad you've chosen the first track.
Mm-hmm. We'll see how it is. And I haven't listened to this either. None of the songs.
None of these songs, all right.
Ready to go?
Ready to rock and roll, yeah. Rap and roll.
Fans of the channel know we've covered Nas a bunch of times. That's probably why they're super excited today for this new release. But we covered his full album Illmatic a long time ago, which you can check out on our YouTube. So we recommend, if you love Nas and you love the channel, that you check that out. But if you especially love Nas and you really like the channel, we covered Illmatic on our Patreon, completely uncut, which means that if you're tired of getting it cut up on YouTube,
plus the ads, right?
Plus the ads, yeah, you can watch it ad-free in its entirety, our full reaction to Illmatic on Patreon.
2 hours about?
It's 2 hours long. Yeah. So it's a full deep dive into the album with me and my dad.
Plus we've got those other 2 songs on Patreon, right?
Yeah, we do.
I Can, which is a video.
Music video.
The music video.
It was great with the kids.
Yeah,
and we also covered his super iconic track, One Mic. That's exclusive to our Patreon. You can't get it on YouTube. It really helps support the channel, helps us maintain the channel and grow the channel and bring you more content. So we really appreciate it if you consider going over there. If not, there's a lot of other Nas content on YouTube you can check out.
That's got to be a sample from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Early on the wake up, cunning as the father of the 12 sons of Jacob. Shake up the world, cake crumbs, cover my goatee, cuff leaks. Waiters, lobster sauce on aprons, parting as the chef. Burgundy on the breath, uncertainty when I step. Dancing to every song like it's a contest. Singing to Stevie Wonder, happy birthday. Celebrating years of flows and crazy wordplay. Season, I'm leaving my 40s, I'm a griot. Deep as Deepak Chopra, dress socks and loafers. Family only, I'm holding hands with a cold piece. Bout to the old me, I'm officially OG. Might throw a roast me, wonder what will the jokes be. Watching them imitate my cool demeanor. It's a new decade, I'm in a whole new arena. Roll the dice in this life and I hit the fever. Get it? Wolf out of NYC, this is prophecy. Know this was meant to be, evolve constantly. Half a century, put your glasses up, represent for me. Represent for me.
Half a century, put your glasses up, represent for me. 50 years old.
50 years of rap, too.
Yeah, 50 years of rap, too. Wow, yeah.
Crying faces for the double agents, watching my every move. Go tell them I can't sit still, I never do. Let them think of all the places I led them. But look at that, do it all age spectrum. Still winning, never a better move. Who they claim to be today, man, they can never choose. We all got a set of tools we gotta use to push through. Like I did in Esco, it's my nom de plume. Party in the penthouse live, fill all the rooms with beautiful vibes. That's the way to calm the goons. Champagne flutes, my cigars pop balloons. Bow ties get untied when the clock hit 2. A 73 baby, I say a speech maybe. Besides the Littles and Joneses, hip hop made me. Born in New York, I hope the Most High keeps you. I wish at least 50 on all my good people. Fever, wolf out of NYC. This is prophecy, know this was meant to be. Evolve constantly, half a century. Put your glasses up, represent for me. Represent for me.
I like the chorus.
Yeah.
Represent for me. Fly
the
from
lines.
infancy to half a century. Represent.
Jeez, I thought that was you.
Yeah, it's hitting a different part of the. Is it coming out of the headphones?
Is that Mr. West?
Yeah.
It sounds like something Kanye would do.
Yeah.
It even has his tone almost.
Yeah. That's the first track.
Oh, that was too short though.
Yeah,
you know?
that was.
I wanted another verse, man.
That was almost 3 minutes somehow.
Was it?
Yeah, but it would have been great with another verse.
I like the chorus. Wolf out of New York. Jeez. Wolf out of NYC. This is prophecy. No, this was meant to be. Evolve constantly. Half a century. I like that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
he's 50.
He's 50. Yeah.
He's turning 50 as of yesterday.
Yes.
Wow, that's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, the wolf, man. He's the man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is prophecy. This
is
was meant
prophecy.
to be, man. It couldn't have been any other way.
Yeah. He likes flirting with the idea. I mean, even with I Am, the cover, King Tut, right?
Yeah.
Sort of like a prophet or a king.
Yeah.
And that it's not uncommon for people in hip hop, I guess, to rap about their skills and their ability as a king, but Nas is kept with that same type of imagery.
That's right.
Throughout it, which is cool.
Right. Well, I haven't heard a ton of his albums, as you know, only Illmatic.
And
a smattering of other songs, and then this.
And then Represents in it.
Yeah, I know. Represent. But you know, when he talks about being the king, or who's going to disagree with the guy? You know what I mean?
True.
In a way.
True.
It doesn't sound. It doesn't seem too highfalutin or too big-headed to me. You know?
Yeah.
'Cause it's part, as you say, it's part of rap.
Yeah.
And he's
earned it.
And he's expressing exactly. He's earned it. He's earned it, man. And he's just. There's almost a joy when he says it. He's not putting other people down. He's just expressing that he's worked hard, and he's reached this level. And hey, man, I'm the guy, right?
Yeah. Totally. I like that a lot. I love the represent sample. It's always good.
Yeah.
How Nas calls back to his previous tracks, even like the last Nas thing we did. Nas is like in the chorus, right?
Sorry, I was having a sip of something, and
No, I will too.
you know,
Nas is like the chorus. DJ Premier produced that track. Just even though that was a few years after Illmatic, he called back and sampled some of Nas's old stuff to create the chorus for that, if you remember.
Well, represent. That is from that's from Illmatic.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
I just meant that Nas seems to do that a lot in the choruses, even on the song Nas is like.
Okay.
You remember that?
Okay.
Nas is like the Afrocentric Asian.
Yeah. Represent is from the song
Represent.
of the same name. Yeah, I remember when I first heard that, and I heard that represent. I thought, wow, that struck me as something. This is a bit of a tangent, but it struck me as something kind of. He's paying homage in a way, or whatever you want to call it, to older rap, like from the 80s, where they do those kind of callback type of things.
Yeah.
Represent.
Yeah.
Made me think it was kind of a bit of a throwback. But
Yeah.
it works so great in that song.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, so that's the first track. Some Stevie Wonder reference.
Yeah.
I mean, his rapping's effortless. I'm sure we'll see more of that proficiency as we listen to this. Like he's not exerting himself or anything like that. It just sounds like he's a pro at it.
Yeah.
Real casualness.
Yeah, I'll save my response to your comment.
We still got 4 songs
for later.
Yeah.
But yeah, good point.
Yeah. Next track is called "I Love This Feeling," and that is the 4th track of the album.
What was the first track called again?
Fever.
Fever. Yeah. Right.
This is a sample. Okay, guess who the sample is?
Okay. Yeah. Play it again. Definitely a sample. I mean.
Yeah. See him going where I've been. No, I can.
Billy Paul.
Oh, Billy Paul. Oh, we did that fantastic song from 72,
Me and
73.
Mrs. Jones.
Me and Mrs. Jones. Yeah, fantastic.
This
number.
is from 1976 from his album Let Him In.
That's the only Billy Paul song I know, and I didn't recognize the voice. So, but
Right.
okay.
It's original sample.
I'm glad he's getting some respect here. Nice.
Here we go.
Gonna love you all through the morning. Gonna love you all.
Yeah, see him going where I've been, know how you feel.
Gonna love you all through the morning. Gonna love you all.
I see you going where I've been. I know how you feel. Was at the same place you were now in. You shouting, announcing. You wanna win with similar-minded men with great business acumen. We can make an accusation till the topic turn from tight pockets to high profits. To life assurance, at what age do we all cop it? Fuck who the hottest? Who really stand up? Who really messing with they dead man girl? That says everything about that man world. Energy transfer, immortality.
Here we go.
You against morality, don't come around me. Homicidal vinyl section where they always found me. By the motion picture soundtrack with Richard Roundtree on the album sleeve. That's my era shit. Musical excellence, hot like on a detective list. It's simple shit that's keeping you from the shift. You a simp, a trick, or in love with your own dick. Distractions, they come in all ways. I just keep it calm, watching it all play out like it's supposed to. Old dudes playing chess in the park. Old dudes playing chess in prison. Staying on good behavior for extra visits. If they was to switch places, could you tell a difference? It's perspective, isn't it? A team that's militant. A down-ass woman by your side that get it in. The realest, I love this feeling. If you don't have a team that's militant,
Good
you better
lyric
be
there.
brilliant.
Yeah, that was nice.
I love this feeling. If you don't have no team that's militant, be mentally equipped. I love this feeling. Watch everybody. That's why I love my team. I love this feeling. Keep calm, but watch everything. It's your monthly subscription to the Slums edition. The new it was written. Get your hard copies of Blockology coming from the one who lived in a bowl for goldfish. I never sell my soul, just evolve shock rap. That what you never been told shit. Cold part, Illmatic all through that episode of Ozark. I think that's harder than if I had co-starred.
Yeah,
Like
there
Yellow
was.
Symphony, I'm
He
Chief
wasn't
Keef
there,
Ozark. Mixed with Mozart. It's ill when you get bags for your own art. $1 million sink for Algero or rap. But they ain't understand it when it drop. Yo, how cold is that? They asking if I'm ever gonna be over rap. But I left a few times, just never told you that. Amassing digital assets, no fiscal year kickbacks, yeah, we cash in. Physical money think different, we outlast them. We outclass them, they made it easy to pass them.
Really
I love
nice
this
bass
feeling.
line on the song too.
I just keep it calm, watching it all play out like it's supposed to. Old dudes playing chess in the park. Old dudes playing chess in prison. Staying on good behavior for extra visits. If they was to switch places, could you tell a difference? It's perspective, isn't it? A team that's militant. A down-ass woman by your side that get it in. The realest, I love this feeling. Every day we do whatever we want. Can't front. Yo, I love this feeling. Getting
Such a
dressed,
joyful
getting fly
sounding
just to go to the
sample. I love
studio.
that.
Hey yo, I love this feeling. Hey yo, tomorrow I'm juicing. Juicing for the rest of the week. Just cause I love this feeling. And Big Bro got his ankle bracelet took off today, yo. We getting on a private jet. I love this feeling. Yeah, I love this feeling.
Oh wow, sudden ending. Yeah. So he's doing the boom bap,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I wondered because I wondered if by now he would have kind of, whether he would have gotten away from that. Maybe he has in the interim between the albums I heard.
There's some experimentation on the first King's Disease. There was some more contemporary sounding hip hop,
Right.
like more trap drums and things like that, which is cool to hear. But generally, his work with Hitboy is a more contemporary sounding boom bap stuff. I actually got like my hair was standing up listening to
way.
that song. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
What part?
I don't know. I was thinking like, why am I feeling like that? But yeah, my hair was like rising and stuff. I don't know why.
I thought it was going to be a song about loving a woman, being in love, but it wasn't.
No, I think that's why it makes it so much better. Like he's just
Yeah.
enjoying life.
Yeah.
And he says even here, he's like, I think the reason why I like this song a lot is because a lot of rappers, once they get to a certain age, once they're out of the limelight a little bit, especially older rappers. I mean, just like a lot of just people, they pass away, and not a lot of rappers from that era that Nas was in, big rappers, made it to 50.
Wow.
Think of like Biggie, Pac, Big L didn't.
DMX.
Even Prodigy of Mobb Deep, DMX recently, right?
The list goes on. Right?
Yeah, the list goes on. So that being said,
Coolio. Well, he did,
Yeah.
but then he unfortunately passed away.
Yeah, but you know, lots of guys.
Yeah,
So this song with such a beautiful sample, even though repetitive, I loved it. I really liked it. Had such a uplifting feeling about it. And Nas is even talking about how he's being diligent and trying to get his, not just like his mind right, but his body right too. He says whether or not like you think that this might work, but yo, tomorrow I'm juicing for the rest of the week. He's like doing a juice cleanse
Oh,
type of
okay.
thing.
I
So,
didn't catch what that meant. Yeah.
so he's just doing things to get himself right. At 50, right? You know, taking care of his body, things like that. Also, that in the line, the chorus, old dudes playing chess in the park, old dudes playing chess in prison, staying on good behavior for extra visits. If there was to switch places, could you tell the difference? It's a perspective, isn't it?
Yeah, to me that was the best part of this track.
Yeah.
Lyrically.
And I don't even know what to
Yeah.
make of it exactly,
No.
but definitely gives you something to think about.
Yes, his albums. I keep saying his albums as if I've heard a bunch of them, but yeah, a lot of his. Well, on Illmatic, man, I had to go back and listen to it again and again. I knew there was significance in some of the lyrics, but I wasn't quite totally aware of what the meaning was. And then on subsequent listens, you know, like I picked up on stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Throwing in its perspective, isn't it? That was great. Really nice. He's got in this song, you can tell he's older. He appreciates the past. He appreciates the people in his life. He appreciates people doing hard work and you're just getting a sense of his wisdom when it comes to his perception of what it is to be alive, right?
Yeah.
Although you even got that on his very first album as a 20-year-old or something.
Amazing. Well, stuff he wrote down at 16, 17, and 18 even.
Wow.
He wasn't even that old, a lot of that content.
Yeah. So he's...
He can see things.
He's an old soul.
Yeah.
He was an old soul, is an old soul.
Wise from a young age.
Yeah.
I like this part a lot. Obviously the Ozark reference, I love that show.
You keep telling me I gotta watch it.
Yes, you do. This is so cool. Illmatic all the way through the episode of Ozark. I think that's harder than if I had co-starred. He actually likes taking the back seat, and instead of putting him, like he says that he prefers it that way than actually being in the show, because I think that way he loves to see how his music has transcended generations. Like he loves his music more than he does just being involved himself. Like his art speaks for him.
Right.
And I like that lyric a lot. A Ghetto Symphony. I'm Chief Keef, who we haven't covered yet. No. I'm Chief Keef Cozart mixed with Mozart. Chief Keef is a really like rough rapper from the most dangerous neighborhood in Chicago, mixed with Mozart. So he's got that roughness, and then he's got the elegance. Yeah. Really cool. Yeah. Also just shouting out, paying homage to Chief Keef, more contemporary, modern rapper. So yeah, he's got all the experiences in his life and the perspectives he's gained. He's able to call back to things and also integrate himself in some new stuff too, which I really like. Yeah, so that's I love this feeling. A lot of people love that track. And we're gonna move on to the next track that I've chosen for us. It's called Never Die. It actually has a feature, which is nice, just to switch things up. It's the 6th track. Okay. I think you will.
Do you want me to guess it as usual?
Yeah, sure. I'll know when it's coming up, and then just because I can see, and then I'll shut the laptop, and you can guess it.
Never die.
Could he say goodbye? We ain't gonna never die, no. We ain't gonna never die.
I'm an icon in real time. Why'd I wait this long to let y'all in my ill mind? We ain't gonna never die. We ain't gonna never die. Yeah. We ain't gonna. We ain't gon' never die, icons in real time. Why did I wait this long to let y'all in my ill mind? I think the hate was strong, so I went to a chill vibe. Could never say goodbye, I let my skill cry, let my soul bleed. Inside a rose wearing rosaries. Homie, I love the new N.W.A, cause I'm the new N.W.A and the old N.W.A at the same time. I always hit the last shot when it's game time. That Jordan Kobe Braun talk, take a long walk. You might start to understand what I'm putting on for. I left more flows and Pro 2 sessions than you ever thought of with old school methods.
But it's different.
But what you hearing is the present day. Over breaks and
This is what you're
samples
talking
in New
about
York
by
and
more modern.
W.A. The brand Nubians, N.A.S. and Wayne. Don't threaten me with a good time, we here to stay. Nasty, they don't make them like me. Mask up, all black, like a poo shiesty. Swoop through, I'm like Detroit Red in the zoot suit. Loose screws, any great challenges, I find a loop through. Loopholes, why they treat me so bad, Club Nouveau. Damn, the times we living in is crucial. This my Tom Cruise flow. Top Gun, they too slow. Computers ain't fast enough to keep up with nasty, cuz we ain't gonna never die. We ain't gonna never die. We ain't gonna never die.
Okay, here's the verse coming up. I'm excited
We
to
ain't
hear
gonna
this.
never die.
I think
Icons in real time.
See if I can get it.
Here we go.
Icons in real time. We ain't gonna never die.
Icons, stepping
Oh,
on
Lil
the
Wayne.
land, spitting that cayenne, shit like Zion, peeking at the skyline.
I can go back a little bit.
Yeah. I'm really getting into really
Wayne.
liking Wayne the more I
Yeah.
hear the guy.
Yeah. We gotta cover Wayne soon. The Carter 2.
The guy's so damn intelligent. I think maybe I've said that before.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
With his rhyming and stuff. Yeah. And his humor, infusion of humor, right?
Yeah,
Anyways.
yeah. Feel free to pause during this
Okay.
verse because it is Wayne. As great as Nas is, like I
Yeah.
think Wayne is one more where you can just stop at certain points because you're
Okay.
like, what is that? What is that punchline? What are you trying to get at there?
Okay.
Sort of
I
thing.
I do find him a challenge
Mm-hmm.
in some of the songs.
Yeah, we can always pause it. And
Yeah.
people have already added annotations on Genius so we can click on it,
wow.
even though it's not even a day old yet.
Wow. People have a lot of time on their hands, man. Okay.
Here we go. Just from the first couple lines I heard, his flow sounds nuts. So I'm excited.
Have you heard this
Icons
one
of re-
before?
No.
Okay.
No.
We ain't gonna never die.
Icons, stepping on pythons, spitting that cayenne, eat shit like Zion, peeking at the skyline, reaching for the stars like I'm reaching for the pylon. I seen you on the sideline, you need to walk a fine line, need to read the guidelines instead of reading the timelines. Where everybody like line, nobody flow like mine. I'm sunning these niggas, got me coaching niggas like prime. Tongue I never bite mine, got dough like Taekwon. To spend all this money, I'ma have to spend a lifetime. You broke, can't even buy time, should throw niggas a lifeline. You know money on my mind, and I be on your white mind. I hit her with the pipe bomb, then pass it down the pipeline. But actually we quite fine. Diamonds on me sparkling and splashing like some white wine. They love me in the nighttime, they hate me when the light shine. Shots I got 100, and problems I got 99. Boo got it by Ryan, take off with no flight time. Bad bitch on the passenger side, she don't even like flying. Booty soft as nightline, you niggas small as my crime. I got a black Nina that get nasty as a white blind. Low credit, high crime, open mind, tight rhymes. When they hit my lines, these rappers gotta catch up like Hines. Weezy in my slime.
So
now.
many
Ain't no
crazy
rappers
lines
like
here.
eyes, like bygones, gotta let icons be icons. Hi moms.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know.
We can go back.
They should have a course on Lil Wayne's lyrics.
Well, they do at some universities for Nas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think Illmatic.
Jeez.
It's like a course studying Illmatic or something. Or it's in the curriculum for some sort of
How cool is that?
language course. Yeah. Same as some Kendrick stuff too. But yeah, that was a Wayne feature.
Yeah.
The rhyme scheme was the same the whole time.
Was
Did you
it
notice
really?
that?
No, I didn't. Yeah.
I
Well, you know what? You know what I did notice? I felt halfway through or so. I thought I've heard him do more complicated flows than this. That's what came to mind. But I wasn't conscious of what you just said.
Yeah,
like it,
definitely more complicated. Yeah, Wayne can do way more
where
complicated
he'd slow
stuff.
it down and speed it up a bit and whatever.
Yeah. But this one's impressive because he has the same rhyme scheme and the same flow the whole time, which is impressive in and of itself to be able to come up with lyrics that are coherent with that within the, you know, that framework.
Yeah.
So here are the rhymes is the I'm rhyme,
Okay.
like prime, lifetime, lifeline, wife mine, pipeline, quite fine, the whole way.
Yeah.
My mind, pipe bomb, even the way he pronounces that.
Yeah. That's
The whole way.
Gee.
And, you know, in hip hop, it's all, you can brag about how good you are at rapping, but it's the way that you say it in an original way. So a classic type of line that people go off of is, you know, I'm spitting fire.
Yeah.
But here he says, spitting that cayenne.
Right.
Spices, right?
I like the first line, just the image. I'm stepping on pythons. Pythons. Or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, icon stepping on python.
Yeah,
spitting
right.
that cayenne, eat you like Zion, peeking at the skyline, reaching for the stars like I'm reaching for the pylon. I sent you on the sideline. We need to walk a fine line. That sort of thing. Over and over again.
Yeah.
There were some really good lines in here. I got to look at some of the descriptions here.
From Genius.
Mm-hmm. There's even a Taekwondo
Yeah.
lyric. I'm trying to figure. Got dough like Taekwondo? I don't know.
Like Taekwondo. Yeah, I'm not sure.
There's also it could be a double entendre with Raekwon, who's a member of Wu-Tang.
Right.
Dough like Taekwondo.
Right.
Raekwon.
Could be.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, and plus, you know, because Wu-Tang was all about the martial arts,
Yeah.
Taekwondo.
Yeah, maybe.
So maybe.
Maybe.
I like this one.
money on my mind and I be on your wife mind. Hit her with the pipe bomb, then pass her down the pipeline.
Yeah, I know you giggled at that. You know, money on my mind and I be on your wife mind. And hit her with the pipe bomb, then pass her down the pipeline. Now, is a pipe bomb, can I
Yes,
that as
yes.
being a part of the male anatomy?
Yeah,
All right.
you're good there, yeah.
Pipe bomb, all right. I'm catching on to those, do you call those allegories? No. Yeah. I like this part. Diamonds on me sparkling and splashing like some white wine. They love me in the nighttime and they hate me when the lights shine.
Yeah. Shots, I got 100. And there is a lyric above here about, I think Nas mentioned something about basketball. Oh, yeah.
He did.
He did. Yeah, the
Oh,
Jordan
he
Kobe
mentioned-
Braun talk,
yeah.
take a long walk. And then down here, he says, after that lyric, he mentioned, shots, I got 100. Gun, or it could mean lyrics. He's got endless amount of bars, right? Or endless amount of basketball shots. All similar type of thing. Shots, I got 100. And problems, I got 99. Jay-Z has a song called 99 Problems that we need to
okay.
cover. Big song, produced by Rick Rubin, actually.
Right.
So it must be that.
Now, I heard somewhere, probably from you, because you're my main source of information about rap, that Jay-Z and Nas had a bit of a falling out.
He did, yeah. They did.
So, since he's referencing Jay-Z's music here, they must have patched that up,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know, actually.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. They might have. This is funny, too. Bugatti Veyron, take off with no flight time. Bugatti's one of the most expensive cars.
Oh, yeah.
Just like worth even like a couple $1 million type of thing. Take off with no flight time. Bad bitch on the passenger side. She says she don't even like flying. Booty soft as nylon. You enter small as micron. I got a black Nina that get nasty as a white blonde. So this is the double entendre analogy, I guess. Black Nina
Nina.
is a gun.
Oh, I thought of Nina Simone.
Yes, yeah.
Is that
but it's
the-
also a female name, Nina, right?
Okay.
So a black Nina means like
yeah,
a gun.
Yeah. I got a black
gun,
Nina, a black chick. Yeah.
but also a black chick.
Yeah.
That get nasty as a white blonde. Yeah, really cool.
Yeah. Well, humor, man. That's what he's known for.
When they hear my lines, these rappers gotta catch up like Hines. Catch up. You know?
yeah. Catch up like Hines.
Wheezy and my slime Nas. Slime just means friend.
You know, but some people do call it, I mean, people do pronounce it ketchup. Maybe that's
Do
an
they?
American thing. Yeah. Instead of ketchup.
Cool track.
Yeah.
Cool
That was good.
So we got two more left that I've chose for us.
Okay.
And a lot of these tracks are short so far. So Fever is 2 minutes and 45 seconds. I Love This Feeling's 3 minutes and 20 seconds. That Wayne track is 3 minutes, 10 seconds. This next one's 2 minutes, 45. And the last one's 3:15.
Yeah.
So nothing super long. They all go by really quick. So here we go. Next track is called Based on True Events.
Based on true events.
And then there's the next track after, which we'll maybe go into right away. So not pause in between the tracks, is Based on True Events Part 2. Okay. So I guess they're connected.
Yeah.
Great rhythm.
Yeah. Me and her is cool, but she hung with dude's girl. And dude is cool, but he live how fools live when two spit. He's in the middle of it, little nigga shit. And I bet my chick be sharing our news, telling his girl what I told her about my power moves. You know, showing off. Showed her the Chloe I bought her, they both with flaws. Her friends shining, friend said she got broke off with more diamonds. They go to ATLiens, then they post pictures. I search her friend name, her page come up. She with a dude, I said I know this nigga. Then I showed old girl. Do you know this nigga? Look closer for real. You ever met this guy? I told her zoom in tighter. She said we met one time. Private investigator shit. Yeah, me and dude alright. Seen him on the scene a few nights. Little chain, bracelets, nothing crazy, something
So
like
is this Nas's ex is with a new guy? Is that what I'm getting at? But they're still cool or something like that?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure of the relationships going on here.
Me and her is cool, but she hung with dude's girl. And me and dude is cool, but he live how fools live when tools spit. So it says here, Nas and his women are friendly enough with each other, yet she continues to hang around with other women whose man is still a victim of the street life.
Nas and his women are friendly enough with each other. So Nas and his woman, all right. Yet she continues to hang around with another woman whose man is still a victim. Okay.
So Nas has removed himself, but then
she was talking about this guy, and he's not doing what's right, or okay.
Oh, that dude is cool, but he live how fools live when tools spit.
Yeah.
Right.
He's in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Telling his girl when I told her about my power. I bet my chick be sharing our news. Telling his girl when I told her about my power moves. So just spreading information that really is confidential, sort of thing, right? I guess. Yeah.
Introduced himself to me. Tough act, but he's a goofy.
He's hype.
Impressing ladies with his vest on type, like he a target, a marked man, or perhaps hard to kill.
But you attract what you fear. Good line. And you ask for what you fear, and you ask for real. All right, so he's a pretender. He's fake, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But he's gonna get himself into some trouble if he acts goofy.
Right.
No, we mentioned this, I think. So we covered some song recently, but it's like the whole Shook One's phony thing. But if you're posing, then it's actually dangerous.
Yes. Yeah, it gets you into situations where people don't respect you either, right? Yeah. So we haven't done this before. Looked ahead at the lyrics.
No, we haven't even gotten.
We haven't even gotten to that yet.
Yeah, I was like getting into the story. I was trying to figure it out.
Okay, here we go. Moves, you know, showing off. Showed her the Chloe I bought her. They both with flaws. Her friends shining. Friend said she got broke off with more diamonds. They go to ATLiens, then they post pictures. I search her friend name. Her page come up. She with a dude. I said I know this nigga. Then I showed old girl. Do you know this nigga? Look closer for real. You ever met this guy? I told her zoom in tighter. She said we met one time. Private investigator shit. Yeah, Me and Duda right, seen him on the scene a few nights. Little chain, bracelets, nothing crazy, something light. Introduce himself to me, tough act, but he's a goofy, he hype. Impressing ladies with his vest on tight, like he a target, a marked man, or perhaps hard to kill. But you attract what you fear and you ask for real. My girl says, why you ask about him? Back to the problem, can't tell her it's an unsolved murder. Never mind it, forever find it strange, she says. First you excited, then you silent, something that's changed, she says. I said I knew a guy and he had a beautiful mind, and who would've knew he would die, and they rule it a suicide. But that guy in the picture sometime will ride with my nigga. Rest in peace, $500,000, a god amongst niggas. Was it self-inflicted? Somebody came to get you? Maybe I'm paranoid, something sabotaging the path you was on. But you passed on, you left us your scriptures. I'm in the whip playing your songs. Then I saw your face, still remember when I brought you to LA and we performed on Keenan Ivory Wayne's. And your light remains. Rest up to TJ. That's Havoc Brother Killer Black went a similar way. I used to call down to the crib, you would answer the phone, and years later you in shootouts with some of my mans with the chrome. Wow, so foul. How the projects turn to a war zone. This is the place we call home. Drama, homicide, suicide in our father's eyes. We programmed to survive, but it's love that we don't prioritize. Speaking of love, it was me and her. It was up between me and Shorty. We crushed. I felt she was sent from above. That kind of karma with her is finally gone. I don't call her no more. We ain't talking no more. We ain't talking, we ain't talking, we ain't talking, we ain't talking, we ain't talking.
Should we let it run to the next track, or should I?
Maybe stop.
Yeah, because there's sort of a lot.
Yeah. This is the first song on the album, I think, where he's kind of telling a story. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a story, not entirely, but you know, he's there. It is a story. He's there talking to this woman, right? And he's explaining the situation, right?
Well, his girlfriend or his partner.
But isn't that the first one that we've listened to of the five, of the four so far, where he's
telling a story?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. And he's such a good storyteller.
I have a hard time in my head whenever someone says, "Oh, they're my stepfather's brothers." You know, I like have a root in like stepfather.
I know,
sort of thing. So then here it's like he and then she and
that's
he
right.
told her. So it's hard to process in my mind.
I'm glad we're feeling the same way.
But what I'm getting here is it that Nas's girl hangs out with other women or a particular woman who is with a guy who's in the street life. Yeah. And Nas has removed himself from that stuff, as we've heard earlier. Like he's juicing and he's getting everything in his like life right, and he's happy now, so he doesn't want to deal with that sort of stuff.
I think so.
So because he's removed himself from that, he doesn't want to be associated with it or to have anyone around him involved with that sort of stuff. Yeah. And then because he's grown, he thinks it's sort of like goofy and stupid and pointless.
I think so.
And then he goes on to speak about a broader picture of things, about how in black neighborhoods, in certain black neighborhoods, you know, there's lots of killing and it's some sort of a cycle of things, right? We program to survive, but it's love that we don't prioritize.
Yeah, and then he refers to her talking about a person she knew who was who died, and we're not sure if it was suicide, self-inflicted, or if it was something else, right?
Yeah, I knew a guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Jason Wardlaw, better known by his stage name $500,000, was a rapper from Brooklyn. His breakthrough came thanks to a feature on the 1997 on the album. The album from the supergroup The Firm. The Firm had Nas in it and some other big rappers. I think like DMX or something like that. Someone can correct me there. So it's a Firm album.
He committed suicide anyway in 2003. All right. And Nas really misses that guy, respected him and his rapping.
Yeah. Yeah.
You left us your scriptures.
I like that line.
That's a powerful line.
It really is.
That says it all, right?
Yeah. That's almost enough to like inspire someone to become an artist or something like that, right?
Yeah.
It's like, even if you go, your art lives on.
Yeah. And he thinks back to the time when he the two of them went out to LA, or he brought him to LA, and they performed, and Your Light Remains, We'll Never Forget You, sort of thing, right?
Rest up to TJ, that's Havoc's brother. Havoc.
Who passed away. Yeah.
Oh, Havoc hasn't actually. Prodigy did.
Prodigy did.
Yeah. Havoc's still alive, but Havoc's brother passed away. Killer Black went a similar way.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
so how do projects turn to a war zone?
This is a place we call home. Drama, homicide, suicide in our father's eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, really powerful.
We programmed to survive, but it's love that we don't prioritize. Yeah, I like that line. It's with lines like with bars like that. That's Nas, right?
Yeah.
I just love that stuff. Who doesn't, right?
Yeah. It was, and it's actually quite amazing thinking about how Nas, starting out about how you think it's about just a relationship.
Yeah.
And then there's some other guy that is hardly even associated with him.
Yeah.
And then he's able to draw things down into making a comment about sort of the Black experience as a whole. Like one anecdotal situation.
Yes.
To broaden and make a statement about it.
Yeah.
Very smoothly.
Yes. Yeah.
That one definitely needed to get talked about, though. And then we have the last track, which is based on True Events Part 2, which I heard people even like more. So excited to hear this. Maybe it has a similar beat or maybe a different one.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Different one.
Different?
Yeah. 1, 2. Yeah. Strange out here. Yeah.
Chapter 1.
Fresh cut, lined up his hair clean. It's not a fair game. Can't trust how they moving his solitaire chain. His bust down Cuban whipping the Rari truck. Us down the music. He got a call that was confusing. Heard this kid said in front of that dude something that never happened. Something
I like
being
that loop.
perceived like it's beef, but it's
It's really cool, isn't it?
It's very, very cool. Yeah, very different.
This one seems a lot more serious right from the gate.
It does.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I gotta read. So I had to pause it because I have to read this opening section for me to understand like the setting of the story. Fresh cut, lined up, his hair clean. It's not a fair game. So he's getting his hair right. Can't trust how they move.
And his solitaire chain.
His bust down Cuban. So bust down means a piece of jewelry that's been, there's a bunch of diamonds attached to it. So anytime you hear bust down means it's like an iced out chain. So bust down Cuban chain, whipping the Rari truck. So this guy's doing well. Cuts down the music. You got a call that was confusing. Heard this kid said in front of that dude something that never happened. Oh, something that never happened. Something. Okay. Sorry, I just needed to.
Oh, yeah. Okay. There. All right. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for doing that.
Yeah, I just need a second. Because otherwise, if I miss the beginning, then it's all.
I know.
Call that was confusing. Heard this kid said in front of that dude something that never happened. Something being perceived like it's beef, but the street gossip is nothing. They bought no cash and hung up the phone. He could tell by the sound of his tone. Next time we see him, it might have to be on. 4 seasons with the heaters. He pulling in valet. He playing Jackson 5 Maria, pouring good burgundy, drinking wine by the liter. $1 million ideas, son to think of, but he's surrounded by negative peers. Minds of 7th graders, several haters, several losses. Had to get his weight up. Happy belated, gorgeous. He sent the text to his ex. Her tattooed chest where her necklace rests. She covered his name, thinking to himself, no other girl could love him the same. She replied, we still celebrating, come out to Spain. He jumped right on the plane. He had bright orange leather luggage when he arrived at the world's oldest restaurant. Since 1725, Madrid was live. Looking in this woman's eyes, looking where his name used to be, now covered with butterflies. Had a few Spanish connects from touching lives. Just to summarize, he knew a couple guys who had a couple ties to make the shipment touchdown safe. Secured the situation, told Shorty I'm out, babe.
End of chapter 1. Chapter 1. Chapter 2.
Nigga plotting on the plane, crunching the numbers, thinking how this move gonna help him fuck up the summer. Told his dog who to meet and what he picking up from him. Dog said, we solid, I got you, nigga, we bubbling. Since Jamila out in Queens used to have him living lovely. She sat down and didn't sing. She got out, he had her comfy, thinking about copping that fly state with 5 acres, 3 hours from JFK, watching Knicks versus Lakers. When the game was over, he dozed off. When he landed, his man wouldn't answer his phone calls. Did he take it or is he locked behind a stone wall? Did the feds waiting undercover patrol cars? Try to tell himself not to panic, don't go so far. But what's the law of averages when you done broke laws? He had to do the math of this, he can't take no loss. Keeping his poise, at the end of the day, he know that he can trust in his boys.
Chapter 3.
Bag his claim, hurry the fuck up. Ask the TSA, is that conveyor belt stuck or what? What's the delay? Satan's work, hoping the devil don't fuck up his day. He had to factor in the facts when it came to the play. He remembered his face last time he was loading his safe. Heard him say, you ain't the only rich nigga who in this place. Fuck trying to relax. He had to pull up everywhere that this nigga be at. Said it ain't like my nigga, no he ain't dip with the stash. Hold on, I'm almost at the climax. Shots ring out, sounding like some loud hi-hats. His dog got popped at the place of the transaction. Dudes from Spain set him up, straight flattened on Flatbush Avenue, a restaurant in the back room. They took the money and drugs and shot him in his half moon. Doing my homework on IG. Under his last picture says R.I.P.
I couldn't follow the story, man. I just couldn't.
Yeah, I got
Did you?
I got bits of it,
Did you?
but
Good for you.
I'm not sure
Yeah.
exactly how Spain. Did she set him up or something like that? I don't know. So what I got from this, just in chunks, because we can't go over everywhere.
It's not like a book. If you're reading a novel or something, you read it at your pace, and you can read a line. If you don't understand it, you go back and read it again. But for us in this situation, hearing this for the very first time, we can't go back and spend half an hour figuring out all the meanings in the lines, right?
Yeah.
It's so it's a challenge.
Yeah. Even though it was moving so quickly, he was able to sequence different moments of the story together very visually, just like even with little details like Four Seasons with the Heaters, he pull up in the valet, he playing Jackson 5, Maria. Just even little details like playing Jackson 5, you get a feel like a movie, like certain things are just happening that aren't integral to the story but add to visualizing it.
Yes.
Which I really like.
Yes.
And that's something that probably an experienced writer would like choose to put in rather than someone just putting in the details that need to be there, which I really like. So it looks like there's some sort of street gossip, as Nas says, but it's perceived like there's beef, something brewing, but it's not actually something that should be brewing, right? Because it's just gossip.
Yeah,
it's not.
It sounds like someone or some people are stirring up gossip that just leads to bad situations, right? Why stir up gossip if it's not true? Right?
Yeah, and the kid said something in front of a dude that's something that never happened.
Exactly.
There we go.
I got that.
And then this main character, this main guy in the story, he seems to be doing quite well for himself. He's got pull up in the valet, pouring good burgundy, drinking wine by the liter. This is a really cool line. $1 million idea, son a thinker, but he's surrounded by negative peers. Like an idea, you can have $1 million idea, but you're chained by you're completely restricted by your environment.
Yeah, that was good.
I like that. But he's surrounded by negative peers. Mine's 7th graders.
Mine's of 7th graders, right? Yeah.
But so is he talking about the son now, or son? I don't think so. He's just talking about this guy, right?
Yeah, it's the guy who
just a guy.
It was the guy who was getting the haircut.
Yeah, who's the same guy drinking wine.
Yeah,
right.
I think so.
Oh, he's just saying son is a thinker because this guy.
Yeah,
son,
yeah.
Right, not his actual son.
No.
Minds of 7th graders, people around him.
Exactly.
Right. And he's got a girl, but the girl doesn't really like him that much anymore because he got her tattooed chest where her necklace rests. She covered his name.
That's right.
Thinking to himself, no girl could love him the same. So he is like devoted to this girl, but this girl doesn't want it. Maybe because of this like life and the immaturity of the people around him, I guess.
Could be.
Jump on the plane, now they're in Spain.
Yeah. At the restaurant.
Just to summarize, Nas says, just to summarize, he knew a couple guys who had a couple ties to make that shipment touchdown safe, secure the situation, told Shorty I'm out, babe.
So they're moving drugs.
Yeah.
From country to country.
Mm-hmm. So Spanish connects.
I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Had a few Spanish connects from touching pies.
I like that line. Look at that run of words. Looking where his name used to be, now covered with butterflies. Just to summarize. Yeah, anyway, I like that image.
Yeah. Nas does that sort of looking in this woman's eyes, looking where his starting off with the same
does he?
action, like sick of the blood, sick of this next
yeah. What was that? Sick of the blood, sick of the thugs. What was it? Sick of the wrath of the next man's grudge. From the song about the gun. What's it called again?
Gave you power?
Yeah.
So he likes doing that, looking.
Yeah, it's very effective technique.
Yeah. And then I guess to sum things up, he gets set up because the guy that he works with isn't responding to his phone anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
3 hours.
When he landed, his man wouldn't answer his calls. Did he take it? Maybe what they were getting for delivering these drugs or doing this transaction?
Or is
Did
he
take
locked
it
up behind a stone wall, arrested? Yeah, did the feds wait in undercover patrol cars? Tried to tell himself, told him not to panic. But what's the law of averages when you done broke laws? That was good. Mm-hmm. He had to do the math on this.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he know that he can trust in his boy. Okay.
Badge claim, right? Is a conveyor belt stuck or
so
what?
he's at the airport. I like that line. Because he's waiting for his bags, right? It's really important for him to get his bags. Is that conveyor belt stuck or what? I can hear the guy saying, Jesus, fuck. What's the delay? Satan's work, hoping the devil don't fuck up his day.
Mm-hmm, hoping karma doesn't catch up to him.
That's right. You know those situations where something has to happen. The outcome has to be a certain way. Otherwise, you're thinking, I am fucked.
Yeah.
So it's just, he's not praying to God.
Yeah.
But he's blaming Satan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm. He remembered he had a factor in the facts when it came to the play. He remembered his face last time. He was loading the safe. Heard him say, you ain't the only rich Edward who in this place. So there's another guy that knows about the fact that he's got a lot of money.
Could be. Yeah.
He said, it ain't like my guy. No, he ain't it with a stash. So the end of verse 2 said, at the end of the day, he knows he can trust in his boy. Right?
Yes.
But then now he's like, oh shit, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe he did.
Yeah,
Hold
maybe
on,
he
I'm
can't.
almost at the climax.
He two-timed him.
Mm-hmm. It's cool how Nas is like directly speaking to the listener. Hold on, I'm almost at the climax.
Oh, yeah.
Shots ring out sounding like some loud hi-hats.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. Some dudes from Saints, but
Yeah.
So this is a situation, I guess, that Nas like either is heard about. He said, doing my homework on IG, under his last picture says R.I.P.
What's IG?
Instagram.
Oh, doing my homework on
So under his last
Instagram.
picture, people commenting R.I.P.
Oh, yeah, and they saw just rest in peace, maybe a gravestone or something. Or whatever, yeah. Okay. So just the, good story. Good story. Hard to follow. I think we really...
I think we got there in the end.
It took a lot of effort, but not because it's so obscure. You can understand more or less what's going on, right? It's just that there was just so much, and as you said, all the names and whatnot.
Yeah. Dissected it. Dissected it. That one, I really enjoy the music on that one.
I was going to say that. I like the music maybe the most of the 5 we've listened to.
Yeah.
That loop?
Yeah.
Can you play it again?
Yeah, I can.
Right off the bat there? I think it started. Yeah.
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 1, 2. Yeah.
Really sets up a dangerous
Strange out here.
situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chapter 1.
Fresh cut, lined up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good. So that's some tracks from Magic 3. What do you think of Nas, considering he's 50, he's in a different period of his career? What is it compared to in terms of some of his earlier stuff? Is there much of a difference, or?
Yeah, gosh. I'm no Nas expert. Can't even pronounce his name right. I'm going mostly off of Illmatic, which is the one album I know.
And a couple of singles from
Oh, yeah.
God's Son.
Oh yeah, I know a few other songs. Yeah. Let me think. I know a few other songs. Dance, for example, with that reggae beat.
I Can.
You don't get reggae influence. You don't get any of that on here. I Can. Yeah, I don't remember I Can that well.
I know I can.
Yeah.
What I wanna
Oh
be.
yeah, that's right.
Be what I want to be.
Yeah. The music is just, well, it's smoother than Illmatic. I can see a big difference in the music.
Cleaner.
It's cleaner, yeah. Yeah, it's cleaner. There's no griminess to the sound of it.
Yeah.
Like there was. I mean, Illmatic had that sophisticated jazz thing going on. Some jazz kind of sounds to it. And I don't hear those on this album.
Yeah.
But it also had a bit of a kind of a grimy, gritty kind of feel to it, to the music at times on that album. And I don't hear that on this album.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that. I think he really stepped it up in this song with the and maybe this and maybe one of the others with the rapping. Really got into it and really got going with the rapping, right?
Yeah.
And that kind of reminded me of Illmatic. Maybe not the rapping. I don't know if it was the. Like he was putting a lot of work into the rapping here on a couple of these songs, like he did on Illmatic.
Yeah.
I think some of the rapping here, some of the seems a little more kind of not as, I don't know what it is, not as dense lyrically. I didn't see as many gems on Illmatic. There's so many gems. One line, yeah, oh, wow, and then maybe the next line, oh, geez.
Yeah.
Right? And I found I didn't get that feel from some of these songs as much.
Yeah.
I don't know, but maybe that's I'm setting the bar too high for a guy who's now 50.
Yeah, well, Illmatic is
Right?
something of like the Mount Rushmore
so
type of thing.
I don't want to keep going back and beating a dead horse. Is that the right expression? But that's the only album I know, so that's my basis for comparison.
Yeah. Okay.
maybe,
Well.
right?
Yeah. That makes sense.
You know his stuff more than me, so you tell me what impression you got from this.
So this was interesting. I've listened to some of his stuff, as I've mentioned, just around the same era of
Right.
Nas's stuff. So it sounds relatively similar. The songs on this Magic 3 was definitely an improvement off of his last album, Magic 2, that just released a month and a half ago. I think it has these. If these are the standout tracks, they're better than the standout tracks on Magic 2, which was really nice to hear. And I enjoy Hitboy's production, but it doesn't. I think Hitboy is a master at taking a soul sample and making it so that it's really comfortable to listen to, which I like. It's easier to listen to than stuff on Illmatic going that far back. It's easier to listen to.
Oh, right.
Which I sort of like. And in this modern era, a lot of people just throw on music so easily off their phone or something just while they're doing something.
Yeah.
So I think it matches, it suits the palates of a modern listener more than an old school listener,
Right.
which is what, he's releasing new music for new listeners. So I think it's really appropriate in that sense, which isn't necessarily nothing about a personal enjoyability perspective, but just that's something I've noticed, which makes sense for the era it's released in.
Absolutely, it makes sense.
And then what's also interesting is that Nas presents himself and people consider him to be like a hood poet, which means like he's on the sidelines a little bit, even though he was involved with some stuff, but he's more of like stepping back and do an analysis of everything
Yeah.
around him. And in Illmatic, you had a real feel like you were just in Queensbridge, right?
Oh, I was hanging out with him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it was written, you get a similar type of feeling still, not the same grittiness.
I get that.
But a similar
sense
type of
that
feeling.
from the songs I know.
You still feel like you're in New York.
Yeah.
And here, even though he preserves some of the boom bap feel, it's more of like
You could be anywhere.
you could be anywhere.
Don't you think?
Yes.
That's true.
It has that feeling. Which has its pros and cons, I guess. But that's just an observation that I made as well.
Do you think it's because there aren't as many references to New York?
Well,
It goes beyond that, right?
no,
It's
it
also
goes
the
beyond
sound.
that. And what he's
Yeah.
talking about too. He's 50 years old. He goes on, he likes going on vacations and traveling, right?
Yeah.
But when he was creating Illmatic, or it was written, he was just in New York, right? So it's a product of that, I
Yeah.
think. And now that he's experienced more stuff, instead of, and this is sort of cool, this is like a modern story because of Nas hearing about the story and then being able to check on Instagram that he passed away and stuff. So unlike before on a story like One Love, where he's talking to and about someone in prison, now it's just like how news stories can just be passed around like online. He's able to write about that and inspect it through that lens.
Yeah, and in the previous song where the girls, that guy who Nas doesn't have that much respect for, I guess. She's checking him out on Instagram or something.
Yeah,
Is that Instagram or
he
something? Yeah.
comes across like a picture
Yeah.
of him with like her groups of friends.
That's
and says,
right,
like, who is
yeah.
this guy?
Yeah,
Maybe because he looks like he shouldn't be around him or something.
That's right.
So that's in there too.
Uh-huh.
So definitely like an album that, even though it's Nas, has a similar style as before, definitely something that sounds like it came out during this era, which is cool. So he, in that way, Nas has been able to transform his approach, align it with his life experiences, and then like present it in a new way, working with a new producer, which I liked.
So the boom bap that struck me when I heard his first album, that was early. I hadn't heard much rap up until then, right?
Yeah.
You're saying some of these songs at least have new boom bap?
Just new rhythms. It's
New
it's
rhythms,
a slight,
just
it's
new
a slight
rhythms.
difference. There's
Okay.
a more variety of rhythms.
I see. Okay.
It still has the like tonally, like I mean the tone of the drums sounds like it's a New York style.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have the exact same patterns, I guess.
Did all of the songs on this album that we've listened to have that?
They had. I noticed maybe it was the previous track. The drums were sort of hidden back and forth against each other instead of creating more like boom, boom, boom,
That
with more
bouncy
space. Yeah.
thing. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So there's a variety there. Yeah. Anyways, that's Magic 3.
Yeah.
With Nas.
Great. Good. Glad I heard it. I have to go back and hear it again. I'm not in a position to really, say what I think of it beyond the fact it was great to hear him. He sounds like he's still enjoying making music,
And enjoying
He
life.
doesn't sound tired out.
Yeah.
His voice in the intervening years hasn't changed much.
No, it hasn't.
A lot of those old rock and rollers I listen to, by the time they're 50, some of them they've lost their voices to a certain degree. I don't hear that with him.
Yeah, and even rappers too.
Yeah.
Tons of rappers lose their voice. I think it was, but Nas.
So
sounds
I was
good.
pleased right away. I was kind of wondering what's he gonna sound like now.
Yeah.
And, it was not.
Wouldn't that be weird if it was so different?
Yeah, that's
That'd be
right.
so peculiar.
Straight out of the dungeons of rap.
What's that line? We're
fake.
fake homies.
Don't make it back.
Don't make it back. Great.
Thanks for listening. And thanks for checking this one out. We don't do a lot of new releases, but we figured that Nas, since he's wrapping up the end of his Magic series with Hitboy, this would be a good project to check out a little bit. Sorry that we didn't cover the whole thing, but there's lots more content coming on the way, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Lots of Nas and other stuff. So please stick around if you enjoy the content, and see you later.
Thanks for joining us today. Bye now.